Oh, hi, and welcome to our Emmanuel Church Without Walls video update. A few things to let you know about. Firstly, we're between Ascension and Pentecost now, and it's a great time to pray. And the Archbishop is encouraging us to pray, which is a very archbishoply thing to do. There's a whole bunch of resources called Thy Kingdom Come, which are wonderful, and we really recommend that you give them a go. We've emailed some of them out to home group leaders, and we've also sent out a link on our email. So do check those out and get into prayer this season between Ascension and Pentecost. Secondly, if you're watching this update on Friday, don't forget to tune in to Emmanuel's Got Talent contest this evening at 6:30 on Zoom. If you're watching this update after Friday, A, what a talented bunch we have at Emmanuel, and B, I'm really sorry for the incredibly low standard of jokes from Mike Rutt and Becky Frost. Thirdly, if you are a mum and you're watching this before Saturday morning, do tune in for our mum's breakfast. If you're watching this after Saturday morning, sorry, you missed out. This coming Sunday, we've got our normal Sunday morning service and also evening prayer at 8 p.m, so do join us for those. Yesterday I was reading from Ephesians chapter 4. Verse 1, this is Paul speaking, says, "As a prisoner of the Lord then, I urge you to live a life worthy of the calling you have received." That's really stuck with me. What does it mean to live a life worthy of the calling we have received? What is our calling? Well, to some extent, I think we all share a calling. The calling to live out the great commandments, to love the Lord your God with heart, soul, mind and strength, and to love your neighbour as yourself, and to live out the Great Commission, go and make disciples of all nations. So we're all called to that. But then within that, I think God has called us in a whole variety of different ways. And it's important for each of us to live lives worthy of those specific callings. So it might be that your calling, or part of your calling, is to be a teacher, or a trust fund manager, or a gardener, or a stay-at-home parent, or an accountant. It might be that your calling, or part of your calling, is to be someone who drives things forward, or someone who looks after those who are left behind, someone who does things up front, or someone who does things behind the scenes. What does it mean for you to live a life worthy of the calling that you have received? You see, I think if we try and live lives worthy of someone else's calling, if we try and be something that God is not calling us to be, well, frankly, it's exhausting. So my encouragement for each of us this week is that we live out our calling. We work out the things that God is calling us to and the people God is calling us to be. Because if you play your part and I play mine, then together, here in South Croydon, we will be living lives worthy of the calling that God has placed on us, to love Him, to love each other, and to share His good news. That's church. That's the kind of church I want to be a part of. Right. Yep, that's fine. Thanks.